hits a ball to right field. She is gone! Gibby, meet Freddie. Game 1 of the World Series.
And we are live here, 7th inning stretch. You just saw it. Freddie or Freeman hit the walk-off there for the Dodgers against the Yankees. I mean, there's this Kirk Gibson moment right there if you've ever seen it. We are live with you, post-game reaction. We've never done one of this before here at 7th inning stretch. Josh Edwards. We had the show last night. My goodness, Freddie, what an at-bat there. And that's why we called it. He was one of the MVP that up there for a reason. He delivers tonight. They intentionally walk bets to get him. Your just initial reactions there of the game.
Aaron Boone should be fired immediately and not manage the rest of the World Series. The mismanagement in the 10th inning was absolutely horrendous. His choice of pitcher, his choice to load the bases. I don't know.
I mean. So let's go right to the ninth. Let's go right to that part of it. Let's go right to that last part of it. So basically, if we get to the last inning there, the bottom of the 10th, Cousins comes in. I always said that they used Weaver earlier in the game, so now you're going to a guy that's not used to pitching in this situation. And then you get the big at bat was Lux. He walks, right? So you get him on base there, and then you get Edman. And he had a weird at bat too. There was like two kind of tough calls he got there to go 0-2, and then he ends up getting the single there to set it up for Ohtani, and then Freeman, and then Verdugo looks like he's gonna make the play of the year, diving into the crowd. The players, the runners do get to advance, and then they walk bets like we said Freeman to get there. But you said Verdugo, man, what a chance! What a game he had as well. Like he had the diving effort in the ninth, and then he had that play right there. I mean, this game had it all. I mean, Cole and Flaherty were better than we. I mean, they delivered well too. So it was a good game.
I told you that's what I was looking for. And you of all people know that I am not on a personal level not excited about this World Series at all. I don't have a horse in the race. These are two of the teams I despise most. I'm rooting for the Yankees tonight. I hate the Dodgers more than any team in the MLB. This game delivered everything I told you I wanted. I wanted pitcher's duel. I wanted small ball. I wanted a home run. We got a 10th inning walk-off. It was by the team I didn't want.
He gave it to you.
I mean, this game gave me everything I wanted to be entertained by this World Series by two teams I hate watching. This was a fantastic game one. This is a great way to start the World Series. This gives me high hopes going into the rest of the World Series. I got to give props to Jack Flaherty. I did say last night that, he should have a bounce back game because his last game was horrible. And if he's in it, he's going to be in it and he's going to be something to deal with. We knew by the third inning, this was not going to be a runaway game. This was going to be something much more of a pitcher's duel. And I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Here was his one mistake, right? He made it against Stanton here. This was the mistake he made here. 0-2 pitch. And he leaves kind of that slider there inside to Stanton, who has just been absolutely on fire. 5 home runs, Josh, in the last 6 games. I mean, that is odd. I mean, I kind of want to bring this question to you. Should the Yankees put Stanton ahead of behind Soto now? The way he's hitting, Judge had another tough night tonight. Should Stanton go ahead of Judge and put Judge to 5 and you kind of give him a little bit of a, I don't know, breather there? Would it make a difference, or would Soto still be intentionally walked? It doesn't matter in that regard.
I don't think that matters at all. I would give it one more game before I make the change.
He's on fire too, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I'd give it one more game just to see what if there'd be a change. But no, yeah, it was just an excellent game. But I mean, on this pitch, really, that wasn't a mistake. That ball was below the zone, and it was inside, so it wasn't a bad pitch. He just made great contact.
Well, we'll see. I mean, Logan, you texted about it. Joy is here. Like, you said you want to see Stanton now behind Soto, right?
Yeah.
If I were to move the order, I'd move Judge to number 2. Move Judge 2, move Soto 1. Would you move Soto 1, Tyler? I mean,
no.
Do that.
Because Boone likes the righty lefty.
Josh was calling
and
Boone's
so-
job after that, putting in. What did you think of Cortez? Did you like that, or were like, what are we? Or that make
No,
you wanted Hill, right?
I wanted Hill. I thought the Yankees had a better chance with Hill. And yeah, that was just. See, this is one of those things. It's like you give Boone his props, and then he does something that is just so nonsensical, and he thinks,
It's September 18th.
He wants to be the guy to, be the only one who likes this move, and then it pay off.
I don't like Gleyber at least. I don't see. I'm like, do what the Dodgers do. Either go Judge Soto, Stanton, or like that's what I would. I mean, we're nitpicking a little bit here, but this is what happens when you lose a game in the World Series here a little bit, and you have moments like that happen in the game. But like we were just talking about the ninth inning a little bit. We dove into a little bit. Josh gave us a little bit of the breakdown there with Cole delivered like you thought he would today, so that he was really
both
good.
Did.
Yeah, they did. They pitched well, but I mean, we also I wrote down my first initial notes were all right. Stanton with the bomb. Verdugo looks like he's on his game a little bit, and then Edman, he continues to be making these gamer little plays, like saves the run and the top was at the top of the sixth. Then he gets the single there in the bottom of the 10th to continue the inning to get Ohtani out when he gets absolutely screwed on one of those strike calls. So I mean, those are the things I kind of think about when my initial notes with it, and then and then obviously the Dodgers were able to manufacture a few runs, but I don't know. You guys had Edman there for a little bit. Like he continues to be kind of a pest a little bit. He makes winning plays right now. That's what he's doing. He's doing that right now. Logan, you look frustrated by it.
Oh, I'm just
Tommy Edman.
It drives me insane that the Cardinals couldn't make Tommy Edman a good player, and it has to take the Dodgers to make him like the most unbeatable guy ever. So
it's the line. Okay, when it comes to being at the plate, I think it's just he's 100% healthy for the first time in a long time. He's got a lot of weapons around him, so he's going to see some better pitches because they're going to think he's an easier out. They're going to be able to pitch him a little bit more aggressively. That's kind of what that is. Tommy Edman's always been an above-average player. You just never wanted to admit it. He's a Gold Glover. He can play multiple positions.
He wasn't a good player with the Cardinals.
He was great defensively with the Cardinals. He just wasn't your big offensive bat. That's all he wasn't.
Defense,
and we know you're all about offense.
You had the last offense, so
yeah, it didn't help that we had 5 other players on the team that couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
We're
not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the World Series.
Why are you doing this to me?
Exactly right now. Yeah, so we got to get it up here, Joe. This is what people are here for. Game 1 post-game reaction. People are joining in at different times during the show, Logan. I can't help it. This is what we do here. So we got to get it up. This is like we said, Big Nester gets the job. The mustache, get rid of it. That was the bad luck.
It was just horrible decision.
So like we said, you kind of found it interesting that the bullpen part of it. We kind of talked about that heading into the series a little bit. Game 1, Dodgers used a lot of guys tonight. They pitched well, but they were under a lot of stress as well during those innings, and they used a lot of guys. The Yankees, their bullpen does not look as deep. That was my concern for them going into it. And I wouldn't even say they necessarily pitched terrible tonight, Logan, but Holmes came in and you could tell he was not on him. So his game.
Weaver wasn't either, really.
No, he wasn't. And so you had the combination of those things, and then you have just the awful play, that error. I mean, that was such a bad error. And what was that? The bottom of the 8th where Ohtani gets this third base on the double. Yeah. You can't have that in the playoff. I mean, because then Betts gets a nice line drive to center, but all he's doing is maybe getting to third, and you cannot have those errors in a playoff game. I don't know how you feel, Logan, but if I was a Yankee fan, that play would be the one I look at.
No, pretty pissed. And I haven't told you whenever Gleyber hit his not home run. I mean, that was I thought that was him making up for what he screwed up on. I mean, that was a relatively easy catch to make, and he didn't do that. I mean, he made it. I don't know. I don't know. My whole memory is fuzzy on this, but like, how did the ball go from right in front of him to like 20 feet behind the pitcher.
Here's the play right here.
I don't get that. And yeah, Glaber really screwed the pooch on that one. And I mean, that honestly was what lost the game.
I mean, those are killers. Like an extra base like that in the bottom of the 8th, right there, right? I mean, you can't. That's just.
I mean,
to kick it like that.
Yeah. Why are you? Okay.
Josh,
Yeah,
I know you like this. That's seriously fire boot.
I don't want to harp on that for this whole review. Like it's
what? Yeah, he's not supposed to.
What was your
hold on, you do the same thing in that situation, Logan? You bring in that pitcher and then walk the bases full and then pitch to Freeman?
No. I'm talking about. I'm still on Glaber. I wouldn't bring Nestor in. I would have brought Tim Hill in. I thought Tim Hill was coming, and then all of a sudden I see Nestor, and it's like.
It was funny because we mentioned him on Diamond Notes last night. It's just like he randomly made the roster, and then I'm not expecting him to come in at the bottom of the 10th.
And he was brought in to be the pitcher against Ohtani and Freeman, but not in a situation like that. When you have Tim Hill, who has been lights out this entire postseason, and it's not like he needs the rest. He just had a week off, so I don't know.
It's a weird deal that the Yankees. So they're down now 1-0 in a game that they probably feel like they should have won. That's where we. I don't know why he did give up the ball. To me that was one of the biggest plays when I look back at the game. And like you said, the Dodgers were able to sustain the bullpen a little bit with it. Go ahead, Logan.
I was going to say that's just one of those moments where Boone thinks that he's the smartest guy in the room, and really the smartest thing is just to go to old reliable. Yeah, they don't have any data on Nestor Cortez because Nestor Cortez hasn't pitched in a month because he sucked. I mean, don't put him in that situation. He's a starting pitcher. You don't put the starting pitcher in a closing role.
Yeah.
Right there. You don't have – I mean, that never works out. That has never worked out. Adam Wainwright did that for about 5 minutes because he came in as a closer.
Right. He was a closer that went to starting.
Yeah, Nestor has never closed a game before, and I know it. I mean,
and that's a huge deal. That matters come playoff. You can't just have some random out there, like closing a game.
Let's bring you in the 9th inning. Oh wait, that's not bad enough. Let's put him in with the bases loaded. Oh, that's not bad enough. Let's put him in the World Series. I mean, that's like, oh, here's all this stress just mounted on you right now.
I will say this from the Yankees standpoint is, Jazz did his thing for the Yankees, right?
Jazz looked good.
He put a lot of pressure on the Dodgers, right? He got them that run with the Volpe little infield kind of single there. Edmund was able to stop the ball, get out there. But I thought, Josh, if I'm kind of like, all right, this is where they showed the power, right? A little bit with Stanton there. And then, maybe there's some speed element. They had 4 stolen bases on the night that they can maybe, I don't know, maybe not take advantage of a little bit that we weren't necessarily expecting. Here's that run there that they had to take the lead there in the top of the 10th. But I don't know. If I was a Yankees fan, that's maybe where I'd be like, all right, we had the bullpen. If we can just get them to 8 and then we get them to Weaver and just kind of work our way to there, we should be fine. But kind of maybe your thoughts on Jazz there, who you thought might have a big series.
I mean,
yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Logan. No, go ahead, buddy.
No, you go ahead because I didn't hear that last part, and I thought he was talking to me.
Not in Jazz in general. I mean, yeah, we all kind of thought. Well, yeah, Logan and I both thought Jazz would be a factor. He came out and showed it tonight under the big lights. But I mean, a lot of guys did. A lot of guys we had question marks about did. The big guys performed. I mean,
Judge was not. I guess I thought
Stanton performed.
I guess to me, Jazz was the one I wasn't expecting as much. Verdugo obviously with his defense, he got the job done tonight as well. You're right.
Shohei had a big hit earlier in the game.
Yeah, it was definitely that type of game for sure. So I don't know.
I mean, it was a good game, man. I didn't like. It's the World Series. You cannot have blunders like that in the World Series by management. That's unacceptable.
It's such a weird. I got to get this play up here before I forget. We just watch in the background that play he makes there in the 9th. There, they kind of set it up where this is where Cortez he gets the out though. Logan,
this is where I thought the Yankees had it. I thought it was over here. So I was like, all right, that's a momentum thing. It's over. It's done.
So I would
didn't know-
say
I didn't
that
know
was
about
a
the
risk-
advancing rule. I
Either
didn't know
way.
about
What's-
that rule. I didn't know that you could
What?
advance, like when he went out of play, that each runner had got to advance a base.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware of that one when it happened. So they were at third and second. They walked bets. But go ahead, Logan.
Oh, never mind. That was some I didn't know about that, and so I was gonna say I would have not have done that, just because.
Great.
Who was it? Who was on second right then?
I want to say second, the bottom of the 10th. I don't think it was Lux on second there.
Lux.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Lux-
I would
he
have.
Lux took the first walk.
I would have been like, oh, if Verdugo loses the ball in the stands or is slow to get up, I would not have caught that in foul territory. I would have let it go. I know how.
Yeah, but that means
dangerous
you got to
is.
throw another pitch to Shohei Ohtani.
No, that's true. But I was. Just
I'll
like,
take that
Oh,
risk.
I don't.
I would agree with that if there's one out and runner on third base or something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
If that was
I
more the
don't-
case, that's probably the way I would do it. So what you?
I get what
well,
you're saying, though, Logan. Like, I
Yeah,
understand
it makes sense, but I feel like at that point you got to get the out, like you said.
No, I
against
get it.
Ohtani, you know? I mean, like you said, great play here. He gets like I said, he had a
It's
couple
ridiculous.
good. He had a couple
That's
good
catch
efforts.
of the playoffs.
Yeah, he had a couple good efforts tonight. So the bullpens, we talked about them a little bit. I felt like the hitters had some really good opportunities tonight. So it'll be interesting as we kind of move to game 2, where you get Rondon versus Yamamoto tomorrow night. It'll be interesting how the because those guys aren't going more than five innings. I mean, I'd be shocked if they go 6.
Yamamoto could,
They could go 6. They could surprise me like they did tonight.
but Rondon's
I
not.
doubt it.
He needs to. He needs to go. He needs to do exactly what Cole did tonight.
So this is where the Yankees, I have my questions, Logan. So we have the game like we did tonight, and then I said the deeper the series goes, that's where I have more concerns about the Yankees because of the bullpen depth. I still think the Dodgers bullpen depth will get hit at times like they were tonight. They got runs off them a little bit, but again, after Weaver, and maybe Holmes, if he's not on, who's the lockdown guy, or who that's where it gets stressful.
Well,
And if you're a
thought it
Yankees
was
fan,
Ben Hill, but I don't know anything. So
I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see some. I can't wait to see those watch-alongs in Yankees world tonight. I can't wait to watch. I can't wait. There had to be some. They probably all knew it was coming when Cortez come in. They're probably like, "Oh crap, we know." Like you, I'm
No,
turning it off. I'm turning it off.
that was them. John Boy over there. I was watching theirs, and they said
I'm
Nestor
turning it
was
off.
coming in, and everyone just was like, "Oh no!"
Turning it
Anyways.
off right now.
I was like, I can't do this. I can't put myself through it. So that was the first time watching the Freeman home run.
man, what a. I mean, this is going to go down as one of the
Freeman
best home
Grand
runs.
Slam.
Where does this rank in World Series home runs? I mean, this is a big one, right?
Well, it's not as big as the one in '88.
Well, let's not rub in that way. I agree. But it wasn't kind of funny. We were kind of saying that last night on the show, like we were doing the first bake, and we were like, yeah, because of the hip. And then sure enough, game 1, he hits a bomb to right field, raises the bat. He should have done like we were saying, he should have pulled it out. The whole Kurt Gibson little fist pump there around second. That would have been.
You know
pretty
what? He
cool.
don't look very hurt.
No,
You know
he
what
doesn't. Not
did-
as hurt as Kirk.
I
That's
think
your MVP.
another
That's your
I think
MVP
another-
swing, though.
detrimental error that Boone made today was he took Labor out and put Oswaldo Cabrera in
Yeah, what was that?
in the last inning, and
I agree.
he botched that grounder from Tommy Edman,
Yep,
which
he did.
caused Ohtani to have to come up. And if everything goes as it did, Verdugo would have made that catch in foul territory, and the Yankees would have won the game. It kind of reminds me.
Do you know something statistical that would have given him a reason to do that? Is this an analytical move? Because to me, this doesn't sound like a baseball move.
Well, they were
I
kind of
want-
confused online.
I want to say that he pinch ran Oswaldo for Glaber. Whenever
must have missed that.
Glaber hit the double. But it's one of those things where it's like, it just was a dumb move. And it reminds me right now, it reminds me of 2 years ago when Ollie Marmol was first coming up, or first manager. And I complained about how he would have all these offensive guys, and we would have a one-run game, and then he would replace all the offensive guys with defensive guys, and then whenever the Phillies tied the game, all you had were all these terrible defensive players hitting, and you couldn't replace them. And Oswaldo Cabrera was just not the good replacement right then.
There's the Kirk one, the little pump there.
At a certain point, it just adds up.
It does. It does. And it will be interesting how game 2 goes tomorrow. It'll be a big start for Rondon, his biggest. That's why they paid you the big bucks. This is the start where he, Josh, if he goes 7 innings, which would be a miracle. So let's say he goes 6. That would be.
I'd take 6 out of him.
Man, if he can go 6, he'll get a lot of credit, which is kind of sad to think about in some ways. With that,
that's 6 with no runs allowed, or he has to go out with the score. This game has to be tied when he leaves the game.
So basically, a Cole outing tonight.
Nothing 1-1, 2-2. Whatever. I mean, he needs to have a solid outing.
Sorry, I'm looking at Twitter right now.
Yeah,
and I mean, number 1 trending is Freddie Freeman with 80,000 posts. Giancarlo Stanton in the last hour has had 16,000. Kirk Gibson in the last hour has had 5,000. I mean, Aaron Judge. I mean, there's a couple of these things, and baseball is trending. And I know this is kind of, I'm very sad right now, and I'm very angry.
But that makes you happy.
400,000 posts under the hashtag What a Game.
I mean, it really was. It really was. We talked about this last night, wanting this right to be this a thing, and we got it tonight. This is what we want.
I got so angry. I was so angry in like the 8th inning because I was like, this is such a great game or a great series, and I can't enjoy it because I like one of the teams now, and that annoys me. And I miss the days whenever I didn't care about the team that was in the game.
The stress is better though. It's real stress.
It's not better. It wasn't better tonight.
And that's why you're here to talk about, to get some of that stress out, to get some of that out. You can be
it's like it's going through the pains of child labor, only for the child to come out and like beat you in the head with a baseball bat.
They do that when they're toddlers, man.
They do that. They have no remorse. They have no. So that's the
boys, girls. It don't matter, man. They're all aggressive little creatures when they're little.
They have no. So Stanton gets the home run there earlier. We'll see if he can stay hot against the Dodgers tomorrow for game 2. Like we said, we started the show with the Freeman home run here.
Watch it again.
I like to put it up there. You gotta get it on this. I'm glad he sends it. I think tonight, Dodgers are up 1-0, 3-2. Everything like you guys just said. That's what we were hoping for tonight, and we got it. So Dodgers, enjoy the night. You got a great one tonight. Well, hopefully the Yankees, they'll bounce back. I wonder how many fights. I still wonder how many fights were in the crowd. I'm looking forward to those Twitter videos tomorrow. If we got any good ones there with it. So it's got to be trash talking, right? There's got to be a few out there between New York fans and LA fans, right?
Let me tell you something. I can't wait till Gratterall pitches in New York, and I hope he gets railroaded in there.
I feel like
New
York's going to have more of a hostile crowd. New York's going to be more hostile than LA.
Oh yeah.
So like
LA doesn't know what they're talking about, so
it'll be a little interesting. A big game tomorrow. Do you guys think it's not a must win? We know that way, but does it feel? I mean, it's a home game.
Oh, I think it's a must win.
You think it is? Okay.
If the Yankees do not win tomorrow night, this series is over. They're not going to win 4 out of 5.
Okay. It honestly is a must win for both teams, I would think. I think the Dodgers need it, not necessarily as much as the Yankees, obviously, but I think they would need it because going 3 games into New York, it's just different there. There's a home field advantage there that you can't do. I mean, you can't handle as an opponent. So I think, and this is like Giancarlo and Judge's baby, and so they'll come.
And Soto's even more deadly at Yankee Stadium than he is anywhere else.
Yeah.
from the plate. I mean,
Yeah.
because it's nothing to. Oh, we just lost him. It's
No.
nothing to touch all the bags when he's at the plate there.
He got major respect tonight with the intentional passes. So he definitely got that respect tonight as the best hitter in the series. With Judge behind him, less the conversation we kind of floated out there. To the Yankees maybe make a move. Boone seems like he maybe would be the manager to do something like that, where he puts Stanton maybe
He's gonna have to do something now.
We'll see. We'll see. I think he
does need to
changes
do
nothing.
something.
I think he changes nothing till Game 3. I'd be
No, I
surprised.
agree with you.
I don't
But he's
think
gonna have to do something.
I just don't see him. You're right. I just don't see him making a move after. He's gonna be like, let's keep it where it's at. We should have won the game. Had some plays there. We didn't get it right. So, we'll see what happens with it. Torres just missed a home run. Fans, keep your gloves up. My goodness, what are we doing? We don't need to be doing.
Did you see what he did afterwards too?
What he did?
He walked away and he went and started putting stuff in his bag, and it looked like he was telling his kid, "We got to go. We got to get out of here quick." And then they never put the camera back on him again. At least not that I saw.
The security, we got him. We got him.
The security wasn't even there yet.
No, they probably were.
He was packing up knowing he was getting tossed, I guess. I don't know.
He's on the run. Get him.
That interference, I don't necessarily care for as much because
I mean, should be a home run for the Yankees.
I think it should.
It's a punishment to the fan.
Biased.
A punishment.
I think so. I think that would be cool, but teach fans not to.
Bartman. We want Bartman treatment to fans.
Oh, no, we don't need to go through that again.
Exactly. That's what.
But I was just
not with the world we live in now.
No,
Hernandez was nowhere near the wall, so I mean, I kind of understand it. It's not like he tried to make a leaping catch or anything.
Thank God it wasn't like that close of one. That would have been terrible if it was like kind of
yeah.
The bounce off the wall there, though, could have been a bad bounce, could have been misplayed. That could have turned into a triple.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's.
Since it was a Dodgers fan, I think it should have been a home run.
That's funny.
If it was a Yankees fan, I think it should have just been a single. That's where
you got people wearing like opposite team hats trying to make a play on times like, let's do it.
It's like making a banana ball.
Oh, fly ball.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great if you had that type of awareness. Oh no, let's put on the other hat. Let's get it done. All right, so Game 2 tomorrow night. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a chance to be with you. We'll see what Saturday night leads for. If not, we'll get you guys on another one. But that was fun, guys. Able to do a post-game reaction tonight. Little thing there. Any final thoughts before we end it out here? Logan, anything you want to put your Yankees to bed with Game 1? Any final motivation? Any coaching? What's your final coaching point for them? Suck it up. Get the job done. What is it?
Them playing the way that they did for the last 3 innings offensively was really good. They were playing small ball. They were moving players around.
They were.
If they can do that, just have this focus, they would be the most dangerous team. And the Dodgers should be scared if the Yankees would play all 9 innings like that. And so be a little bit more aggressive and stop swinging at every little thing. Just figure it out. Dodgers, Dave Roberts, he does this. This is something that they're going to need to worry about is Dave Roberts gets really he kind of gets very micromanagey in these times. And any sign of trouble, even if it's the smallest thing, he will take a pitcher out, and that bites him in the butt a lot. So Dodgers need to worry about that.
Edwards, any final thoughts? Or go ahead, Logan. Sorry.
I was just going to say I was trying to be more even right there, but then I realized there was more of a Dodgers negative and then a Yankees positive. So here's the Dodgers positive. Freddie Freeman may be on his way back. That may give him some juice. So Dodgers fans may need to look out for that.
The top 3 is as tough as it gets. Edwards, close us out. What's your final thoughts here as we head to Game 2 here?
That was about as good of a Game 1 as we could get. Again, with my position on these teams, it really doesn't get much better than what tonight was. I think tomorrow night's probably going to be a completely different game. I think tomorrow night's going to be that high-scoring game. I think we're going to see a lot more bullpen usage. Like if I was laying money on how I think tomorrow night's game is going to go,
I like it.
I think we're looking at 8-6, 9-7, 9-8. I'm talking lots of runs, lots of offense, 3.5, 4 hour game. because we're going to see lots of offense.
I like it. Saturday night, Luke can be
the Yankees.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, it's the pitching's got to be on. Rondon has to be what he is paid to be tomorrow night, or the Yankees season is all but over, in my opinion. Or the Yankees just have to go back home and they have to win 3 straight. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah,
at that point.
that'll be the
or
series.
The season's over. So I don't know. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night. I want to see what Yamamoto does under the big lights. This is the biggest stage he has pitched on since the WBC. Because he pitched in that, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Oh, I was
Like
thinking, does he still
was
have
he in
a
the final
pitch limit?
game?
Yeah, he was. He started
Okay.
the final game.
That's what I was thinking. So he's used to the bright lights. I'm not worried about that. I am interested to see how he handles the Yankee lineup. But yeah, I'm looking more at the pitching tomorrow night, and I expect it to be more of a bullpen game, and I'm expecting a lot more offense.
I mean, he did pitch game 5-2 against the Padres, so he did get at least a little of that kind of drama there too. Yamamoto, Logan, yeah.
Sorry, the reason why I made that face was because I was trying to remember if Yamamoto had a pitch limit.
He probably does.
That's 60 pitches, I think, right?
Yeah, I feel like he went more than that last time.
Was it? Oh,
He's gonna have to go more than that tomorrow night.
I mean, come on, man! It's game 2 of the World Series. We just paid you money. Like, I mean, unless you're like, come on, that's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying blow out an arm. I'm just saying if you're pitching well and you're at 72 pitches, let's not get stupid here with it. Yeah. So we don't have to go Fernando like they said tonight where he goes 142, but like old school. But like we can at least go 80. So all right. So game 2 tomorrow night. We get a great game 1, as Edwards was saying there with it. Everything we wanted. Dodgers up 1-0 versus New York. We'll get that battle tomorrow. Rondon versus Yamamoto. Looking forward to it. See if game 2 can deliver as game 1 tonight. So guys, that was fun doing the post game reaction. Everybody out here on it. Tyler, last thought we were excited about 6 Eddie's pitch is crazy. Exactly.
It's horrible, Tyler. It's absolutely horrendous. It's bad for baseball.
Back in Tyler's day,
no,
they used to go.
It would be nice. The storylines from that part would be nicer to have the starting pitchers with it. But I know that's something we'll probably dive in more. But guys, that was a good show tonight. We'll see you maybe hope tomorrow night with it. For Josh Edwards, Logan Stone, I'm Darren Breyer. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.